Discover exclusive content and original Your Higher Self file downloads by joining the YHS community. Find the links in this video's description. Hello my friends. This video isn't much of a guided information one like my others, but it is something I think a lot of you need to hear. It's more to put a light on the process to let you all know that everyone who takes this journey goes through similar experiences. Sometimes the path to awakening can be confusing, lonely, and, well, boring even. I want to share some of my thoughts. When I reflect on my journey to self-realization, it really was the most painful thing I've been through. It felt as if I got myself into something I no longer wanted to be in. But once you begin, it feels almost impossible to stop. I mean, you literally lose yourself. You lose who you thought you were when you realize you were never who you thought you were. And a lot of grief and maybe even guilt can arise from that. In a way, someone dies, the closest person you know dies in a way, and that person who died was once who you thought you were. So there's a lot of emotional attachment to that has to be let go of. I'm not saying you won't have a personality still, and you'll be boring and meditating for 50 years. You can still function in society perfectly fine. You can still enjoy life. Don't forget about enjoying life. But I know I speak highly of awakening because it is great. Like a more than pleasurable experience, I know the truth, and I'm glad everything dropped away because this person was suffering so much. However, the process to awakening is full of bliss and peace at times, in my opinion. It is one of the bravest things one could go through. It's a complete death and rebirth. If you are on this journey, you are strong. If you seek truth over ignorance, you are strong. If you continue to seek oneness over the experience of separation, you are strong. Be more kind to yourself. There aren't many who take this path. Not saying if you take this path, you are better than everyone else who isn't. Be careful. Don't develop a spiritual ego. But I used to be hesitant on sharing knowledge simply because I knew the pain it could come with. I've realized our sole purpose is to remember what we are, and if I can help with that, why wouldn't I? As you walk further on this at times crazy journey of self-realization, it's crucial to cultivate a sense of compassion and gentleness towards yourselves. The path to awakening is not a linear one, and it is filled with numerous ups and downs, twists and turns. There will be moments of doubt, fear, and frustration, but these experiences are part of the process and should be embraced as opportunities for growth and understanding. Remember to breathe and go at your own pace, friends. Also, it's essential to recognize that awakening is not an endpoint or a final destination, but an ongoing process that unfolds throughout our lives. As you continue to shed layers of your ego and let go of attachments, you become more open to receiving the wisdom and insights that arise from the depths of our being. Inner gold, as I like to call it, haha. One way to navigate this walk is to build a strong support system, consisting of like-minded individuals who are also seeking truth and enlightenment. This is why I created this channel. We should all be communicating in the comments and member groups. We are here to help each other, sharing our experiences, struggles, and triumphs with others can provide us with valuable perspectives and help us feel less alone on our path. Remember, we are all interconnected, and by uplifting one another, we contribute to the collective awakening of humanity. That's a lot of inner gold. Unfortunately for me, I didn't have anyone around to support me while going through this. I was completely isolated, but you don't have to do it that way. It's just sometimes it may pull you away from everyone naturally. But if you were to explain what you were going through to someone who has no clue about it, I'm not sure they would understand, because it's really one of those things where you have to be in it to know it. That's the only way you can know honestly. There is a force calling you constantly to become aware of it, and it's you. It's you calling on you. And once you begin paying more attention to it, life really does become strange in a good way. The synchronicities become unbelievable at times. You begin to see things in your external world that point you directly to maybe a question you have asked yourself. Certain videos pop up that explain your direct situation to give you guidance. The angel numbers show up in the most craziest ways, and even when you reflect on the past, you see how things happen that lead you to certain outcomes. This is because you are everything. Everything, all of this is you. When you notice this, begin to deepen your trust with life. Everyone has clear evidence through their own experiences that life always takes care of itself. Life will always take care of life. So many of us hold on to what might happen or what might be. But why? What does worrying honestly do for you? Worrying hurts the body. It's not a pleasant feeling. And all you have to do is realize it doesn't serve you. You have a choice. Many of us desire to end our suffering, find happiness, and experience enjoyment in life. However, when we constantly focus on what we want, we remain trapped in a state of constant need and longing. To break free from this cycle, we must learn to let go of these attachments and find contentment in the present moment. If you keep saying you want when you want, you are implying that you don't have it, but you do. I promise you that you already have everything because you are everything. Stop wanting it to be given to you. Begin choosing for yourself. You want to awaken? Well, choose to. You want to realize you are God and you are everything. Choose to see that. If you want to stop suffering, choose to. This will make a huge difference. You'll begin to see how powerful you really are. Because at some point you will get to a point where you have had enough. Enough suffering, enough wanting, enough holding on to things that you know don't serve you. This process of awakening and drive you to your breaking point. And for some of us, it takes the most intense amount of suffering to break through and just let go. We hold on to so much. We use so much energy to keep things here that we don't want. Once things begin to fall away, you'll start to see how much energy was being used to actually keep the illusion alive. It's amazing to me at how deeply we are conditioned, because enlightenment is so simple. It's the most obvious thing ever, but our conditioning makes it so difficult to become aware of it. There are so many layers you break through just to realize they were never actually what they appeared to be. It's actually delusional to believe you're something separate from life, to believe you are a separate thing experiencing life. And we have unfortunately been trained to believe that, causing us to not realize life is the only thing here. How could anything be separate from it? There is no such thing as separation. Life is what we are as one. I need you to know that this is possible for you. It's possible for everyone. Don't doubt that it's not possible for you. It's right here. I wish you all the best. Remember to love yourself, love others, and again, you can still enjoy life while seeking. Please do so. That's all for this one. I also recently created a members site for this community, so if you would like to join it, it will be the first link in the description.